You may all be seated. On behalf of the International Islamic University Malaysia, it is my utmost pleasure to welcome all of you to Al-Liqa Al Jamaie, IIUM's way forward towards Ummatic excellence. We extend our warmest welcome to our esteemed guest, Honorable Professor Emeritus Dr. Osman Bakar, Rector of IIUM, and to all members of the University Management Committee, esteemed faculty members, and dedicated staff of IIUM. Today's gathering serves as an important platform for us to discuss and reflect on the university's vision and direction in fostering Ummatic excellence. To commence our program, let us first honor our nation by standing for the national anthem, Negaraku. Please be seated. Alhamdulillah, we're blessed to begin this gathering with the divine words of the Holy Quran. It is my pleasure to invite Sheikh Muhammad Asfandiar Dilawarhan from Salpad to read the recitation of Surah Al-Hashr, Juz' 24, verses 21 to 28.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله. وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس وتلك الأمثال نضربها للناس لعلهم يتفكرون. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة. هو الرحمن الرحيم. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر. سبحان الله عما يشركون. هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور. هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى. يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض. يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر النافثات في العقد ومن شر النافثات النافثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد صدق الله العظيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khairan kathira, Sheikh, for the beautiful recitation. May the guidance of the Quran enlighten our hearts and lead us towards excellence in all our endeavors. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my honor to invite Honorable Professor Emeritus Dr. Osman Bakar, Rector of IIUM, to deliver his speech.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Boleh dengar baik? Bagus. Okay. Moderator, Brother Qari, members of the UMC, deans, directors, professors, and brothers and sisters. This is my second since becoming rector as a speaker at this Al-Liqa Al Jamaie, which is regular meeting. This is the second one. And of course, before I proceed, I just want to take this opportunity so I don't hear query. This meeting today is special because it takes place in the holy month of Ramadan. As it is said in many hadith, that believers meet for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we hope that this meeting today, this Al-Liqa, this meeting, this encounter, this together symbolizes the spirit of togetherness that we, as members of the community, okay. Of course, when I speak, it goes up. Inshallah, yeah, that Allah accepts this meeting of ours as a special meeting, as a blessed meeting in this month of Ramadan. What I would like to say, to speak to you this morning is, because I understand this time the organizer of this event wants me to have a kind of dialogue, conversation with you all. But it was 3 months ago, I spoke at the rector's inaugural lecture, which I presented the doctrine, the principle of Tawhid epistemology, and gradually another concept is presented, namely Ummatic excellence. So now, I would like to make clear that our vision is Tawhid epistemology, and our mission is Ummatic excellence. So I phrase my presentation this morning, IIUM's way forward towards Ummatic excellence. Yes, we are moving forward gradually but surely. We are moving forward towards Ummatic excellence, guided by Tawhid epistemology, and the destination. Our destination is Ummatic excellence. Along the way, we will be getting a better and better understanding. I hope, inshallah. Life is a journey. Life is a journey. The journey is defined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as minallah ilallah. From Allah to Allah. That is the journey of life defined by Islam. But since we are in this world of change and impermanence, world of challenges, and in our case, we are now in the same boat, same ship. The name of that boat ship is IIUM. Our national or our university anthem, lead the way. And then we add, lead the world. But what will sustain us in leading the way is Tawhid epistemology, because this is a vision that contains all other visions, that guides all other visions. And the source of this guiding light is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the knowledge of His names and qualities, beautifully expressed in the verses that we read just now. Some of the names were mentioned, Al-Bari'u, Al-Musawwiru, which are all divine names, which have immediate implications for many sciences, many disciplines. With Tawhid epistemology as the light, as the guiding light, our path will be illuminated and enlightened, inshallah. We will not be lost along the way. There might be dark corners around, here and there, along the way, difficulties, that is normal. But what's important is we face that challenge with confidence. With confidence. And it's clear for us that we want to move together towards Ummatic excellence, providing example to the rest of the world. But in order to do that, we must, first of all, show examples. We lead the way through examples. We cannot lead the way without us showing good examples, especially in the field of knowledge. Okay, I prepared a few slides just to guide. You can go to the concentric circles first. Yes. This system of 4 concentric circles, more or less, to symbolize important ideas that should be in our mind. First, the red circle is Tawhidic epistemology. It is the center. It is the inner circle. It is the center of our consciousness. It is the center of our consciousness as members of IIUM. So that is the foundation of our knowledge. So this inner circle, you can see that it generates waves. It generates waves. The first wave is Tawhidic mind. In other words, Tawhidic epistemology should lead us to the Tawhidic mind, not the non-Tawhidic mind, not the anti-Tawhidic mind. Right? So Tawhidic epistemology will produce us as individuals, as academics, as students, as scholars, that hopefully will lead us to having a Tawhidic mind. The Tawhidic mind is the mind that Islamic revelation in the Quran wants us to possess, wants us to cultivate. It's not something that to have the Tawhidic mind is not just a one-off thing. No, it is a process. It is a process. We have been years and years talking about Tawhid, about the Tawhidic mind, but that is still growing. So there's the wave that is generated, and we hope that we cultivate this Tawhidic mind, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves very much. And of course, the model par excellence of this Tawhidic mind is the prophetic mind, the mind of all prophets, especially Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Since Tawhidic epistemology means unity, so the Tawhidic mind loves the idea of unity. Then, another part of that wave, generation of the wave, is the Ummatic mind, because Tawhidic mind mainly refers to the individual consciousness. Of course, you want to produce many individuals with Tawhidic consciousness. You can imagine what kind of human society will be if the learned, the educated people in that community possess this Tawhidic mind, creative mind, enlightened mind. But now, Islam emphasizes the collective nature of our life in society, the Ummatic, so basically. So we need also to have an Ummatic mind, not just excellent individual scholars, just confined to the what is so-called in the campuses, the ivory towers, the so-called ivory towers. We did not invent the word ivory tower. That's a Western, because ours, the Ummah, is the place. That is the place where we spend, we learn, we guide. That's the idea. So we need an Ummatic mind, the mind that is fascinated with the idea of the Ummah as a community guided by the Sharia, by the divine law, and which inspires us to achieve societal well-being. And of course, because Tawhidic mind and Ummatic mind are not visible, we know they exist based on what we see outside, the external manifestation. So, what is a profound connection between Tawhidic mind and Ummatic mind that we have and the kind of society in which we live? There must be that connection. And we hope that at the level of the campus community, at least at the level of our campus community, we can show this connection between the minds that we have and the environment in which we produce. Our social environment, our biophysical environment, which we are supposed to be protected. Okay? So, basically, this is inspired by the Quranic verse from Surah Al-Imran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم كنتم خير أمة أخرج للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله. Basically, we are the best community because we do good, we shun evil, and we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the core of that belief is Tawhidic epistemology. Next slide. Yes, basically explaining further, you can see that Tawhid epistemology leading to Tawhid mind, then Ummatic mind, then Ummatic excellence as the final product. All right? And explain there, what is Tawhid mind? A mindset shaped by Tawhid, constantly aware of the oneness and unity of God, His attributes, and His creation. It is an intellectual and spiritual orientation that perceives knowledge, life, and existence as interconnected and purposeful. Purpose. It is important for us to emphasize this purposeful, because modern knowledge culture has gotten rid of this purpose. The word purpose has been banned from official modern academic culture. In scientific culture, in fact, yeah. In modern scientific culture, the word purpose has been banished from modern scholarship. We can't do that because everything has a purpose. Haq, everything has a purpose, and that should be shown in all disciplines. Yeah. Which means that the word truth must always be on mind. On Monday, I delivered keynote address at the seminar at ISTAC on the Tawhidi epistemology in higher education, and I talk about Tawhidi epistemology and the authenticity of scientific culture. At stake in the modern world is what is the real meaning of scientific culture. Is scientific culture in modern times in good shape? Is it for the benefit of humanity? The answer is yes and no. Because yes, certainly there is yes there. Otherwise, we will not be attracted to modern scientific culture. But there is also the no. The no because many aspects of scientific culture, which was championed by Islam in the past, has been basically, again, marginalized or neglected or simply forgotten by modern scientific culture. All right. So one of the things that is lost is the idea of purpose in scholarship. Now, the question of Ummatic mind, a mindset inspired by the prophetic model. Please always remember, Ashhadu anna Muhammadur Rasulullah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. A mindset inspired by the prophetic model, embodying practical wisdom and collective consciousness as guided by the Islamic teachings. It views itself as part of a global community, ummah, striving for the common good while adhering to the principles of Sharia and the prophetic sunnah. I emphasized before in my inaugural lecture that it is important. Yeah? It is important to truly understand the Quranic conception of ummah, because the word ummah occurs many times in the Quran under different contexts with different emphasis of meaning. Yeah? So we need, and certainly departments in the revealed knowledge. Where is Professor Shukran? Professor Shukran, are you around? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It is important. Yeah. I would like to see really the scholars in IIUM write a book on a comprehensive concept of the Ummah according to the Quran. That is a challenge, yeah, to Islamic revealed knowledge, the Quranic conception of Ummah. Now, yeah, the striving for the common good while adhering to the principles of Sharia and the prophetic Sunnah. Now, Ummatic excellence, the highest standard of ethical, intellectual, and professional excellence that serves the Ummah. Let us all strive toward that excellence. Okay, next one. This is just to emphasize our way forward, all right? In other words, it's an ongoing striving, popularizing Tawhid epistemology as a guiding guide to learning, research, and balanced curricular development. So this will be an ongoing part, right? Because Tawhid epistemology is not a fixed quantity. It is something deep and permanent. It is like an ocean without shores, an ocean that is fathomless. Yeah. So you cannot say, well, I have heard of Tawhid epistemology before, and therefore why should I now? And it's nothing new. No, if you say that, then you have not yet fully understood the concept of Tawhid epistemology, because it is an ocean of knowledge which does not have any shores. No, it can, bottomless. Yeah? Now, that is as far as a guiding activity, and the other one is pursuing Ummatic excellence as the goal of the holistic campus development and program. All of us should be pursuing this idea of Ummatic excellence. Our learning environment, our living environment, how the kind of living environment at the mahallah in which the students are staying. Are we happy? Are we happy with the physical condition of our students? All right? Their learning environment, or even the rooms of our lecturers or professors and so on, the facilities. This should be a continuous improvement. All right? Don't have this tawadung in the wrong place. Yeah? I mean, be realistic. In other words, what we deserve, we should strive for. Okay. So I'm looking at this holistic campus development as very something important application. Yeah. Okay. Next one is the IIM value change. This one we can discuss. Yeah, it's something we can discuss. Basically, within the framework of the Tawhid epistemology and Ummatic excellence, we are looking at the core agencies, at our kuliah, our institutes, our centers, our offices, mahallah, and all. everything that we set up, then these different agencies need to revise, need to relook at the current thinking, how your teaching, your research, your innovation, how we develop our campuses, all right? So basically, I'm saying here what kind of products we produce, the services that we provide, and the knowledge that we produce, all these must be within that framework. So, of course, Ummatic excellence is always there to remind us of our goal. Yeah? Okay, next one. Now, what are the key elements in this framework, or in this our strive to improvement, to excellence? First of all, the critical mass of students, of course, always bearing in mind that we are now living in a very competitive world. Today's IIUM is facing challenges not faced previously by the university. Yeah. Even the question of how to recruit, how to get the best minds among students, whether local or foreign. There is now a competition. It's a competition, especially when the KPT, the Ministry of Higher Education, makes the policy for all public universities. One more, private universities. Then we have to fight it out. We have to fight among ourselves to get the best mind. The most active, the most strategic will get the better students. So I'm appealing to you all to help the university to get good brains, especially in the postgraduate students. Yeah. But the point is a critical mass, and we have to balance between the undergraduate and postgraduate. I think we should do more the postgraduate students now, and we should have more foreign students. Then in terms of academic programs, I just mentioned here, of course, Tawhid epistemology. Then in terms of high impact research, yes, we have discussed at the UMC. I have talked to Professor Aslam as the director in charge of research, innovation, and development to look at this issue of high impact research. So RMC needs to look at itself. Yeah. In other words, not just simply be satisfied doing what you have been doing. It's not more of the same. It's not doing more of the same, but doing some really some qualitative improvement, and certainly in terms of the impact, high impact research, in terms of publication, and in terms of commercialization of our research products, which are out there. Yeah, mashallah. I mean, you have produced so many, but sometimes the products are produced, but they are not fully utilized in an integrated way. In our people outside see, they say, "Oh, you are produce so many things," but it's just left in the writings in journals, and but not pursued at the level of application. Then the distinguished scholars. To embrace Tawhid epistemology, it means to go to the level of thought leadership, to be leaders at the level of ideas. So we need distinguished scholars. We need distinguished scholars. And I just want to share with you that maybe some of you know already that the UNC has already approved the post of professor fellows. Is a very attractive post. In fact, apart from the permanent staff, it is the best. Yeah, it is the best post. The idea is to attract professors from other universities, locally and especially outside Malaysia, all the best universities, all right, to be attached to us, not as full-time process, but as part-time. Yeah, as part-time, in other words, but still they can supervise masters and PhD students. They can give lectures in our university, and it is up to the deans of the different, inshallah, they should get more information about this so that we can recruit the best minds to be attached to UIM. And then the human resources, of course, is something that we have been discussing with the director, Puan Zuraida. Yeah, we have also to take into account the question of succession of leadership. Succession of leadership is very important. Without continuity, we are finished as an organization. An organization can only sustain itself through continuity of leadership. That's why I believe in this idea. According to the Islamic principle, when it comes to leadership of organization, is question of continuity and change. There must be continuity, but there should also be change. But the challenge, therefore, is how to harmonize this question of continuity and change. All right. Then question of financial resources, because paying attention to that, because it's just out of the red, and we need to basically our goal is financial health, to be healthy financially. It's a big challenge. And the infrastructure development for teaching, learning, this is also for the digital development, for AI assisted thing, because AI is going to play a more important role. I may have critics of AI, philosophically speaking, but I do realize the importance of this technology, AI technology, to the improvement of our system in university. Yeah, that's supposed to be. So it cannot be the case that we, as technology is improving, but we are still at the old way, yeah, of doing things. Still problems, old problems still remain. So that's why we are giving attention to this. Then in terms of facilities, well-being of IIUM community, and so on. These are the key elements. Yeah. Okay, next one, the question of strategy. Just without me having to explain this, it is to nurture the Tawhidic mind, to be sufficient in financial resources, world-class research and innovation hub, visibility, this for particularly for OCAP or CAP, yeah. Visibility, we must make ourselves more visible in the world. We need to do that. Yeah. People have asked me, okay, why we are hiding ourselves? I don't know. Is it true that we are hiding ourselves? Yeah. But the point is, some people say IIUM, is spending a good time in Gombak, but hasn't heard much about that, except once a while. So that's important, and develop and implement sustainable campus initiatives. Okay, this is basically that I would like to convey to you today, and thank you for the attention. I'm prepared to answer any questions that you have. I welcome suggestions. I welcome criticism, because I would like these things to be discussed. We are an academic community. There is no, in our case, I mean, on other matters we say yes, well, in this case, no, we have to discuss. We have to discuss. So thank you very much. I wish you blessed Ramadan. Today is 12th day already. Time is going very fast. Yeah. Well, I hope that you find your work during this Ramadan is more pleasing to you, and that in this month of Ramadan you are healthier. You are very much healthier physically, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually. Inshallah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much, Honorable Rector, for your inspiring words and guidance. May IIUM continue to thrive in achieving excellence under your leadership. Next, we proceed to the town hall session, where we will engage in a meaningful discussion with the university's strategic direction and aspirations. And this session will be moderated by Professor Architect Dr. Abdul Razak Sapian, Director of OSIC.
Thank you very much, Sister Azura. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everybody. Thank you very much, Datuk, for enlightening us this morning. It's a very interesting journey that we are going to go together with our Datuk Rector. Okay, so now we come into the second sessions. Okay, this is a forum. I think we may conduct this forum informally. Anybody, because it's involved every community of IIUM today in this hall. And we also have the talk for your information, people that are actually following us through YouTube. And we also accept questions and answer not only from the participants that we have in this hall, but also online. So whoever that is following us through YouTube, they also may ask questions, and we are going to read the questions for Datuk attentions. Okay, this is not only a questions, okay, but also is we welcome. I think Datuk Rector also welcome everybody comments, okay, everybody feedback, okay, and also suggestions, okay, on the way forward that have been presented by Datuk Rector just now. I believe that the presentation that was given by Datuk Rector just now, a very clear way forward for this year, 2025, and maybe until next year, or maybe inshallah, if Datuk Rector is going to be continue again, okay, after 2026, we are be able to also expand our visions and the aspiration of Datuk Rector until maybe 2030 or maybe more, okay? And I think this way forward, okay, is a very refreshing to all of us, okay, that we are being established in IIUM. Maybe some of us been here for the past 30 years, okay, and we are actually looking forward with these new forwards. So I don't want to say anymore because everything have been presented by Datuk Rector just now. So I open up the floor to everybody. As I did mention, it's not only a questions, it can be also a criticism, it also can be a comments, it can be also a suggestion from all of you. So I welcome. Anybody want to start the ball rolling? Okay, Prof. Rashid Motin, over there. You hand up, raise up your hand already? Oh no, okay. Okay, anybody? And I think because the people that are here in this hall is not only academic staff, also is actually, we have our admin and technical staff. I think the question can be also in Bahasa Melayu. I think Datuk Rector agree that we can also have questions or whatever in Bahasa Melayu also. We mix up the languages today. Anybody want to start? Or maybe everybody is, okay, Datuk Fauzan. Oh, okay. After Datuk Fauzan, maybe Dr. Irwan.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Razak. I just want to align the Tawhidic and also the Ummatic vision with the Madani. When you said the journey of Insan, so virtually we are going to achieve Ihsan. يعني one of pillars in Madani. Then when Dato' Rector mentions about Ummatic excellence, this is what we want to achieve in the civilization of Madani, Tamadun Madani. So eventually we are go in that same direction, but sometimes the terminologies look like have to tweak in here and there. So I have a right understanding. Thank you.
Okay. We understand the word Madani to mean civilized, to be civilized. Yeah? A Madani society is a society that is civilized. Because we go to the origin of the term, it means the city. Yeah, I think I explained some of my speeches. Then there is a profound reason why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam changed the name of Yathrib to Medina when he came, when this hijrah, when he arrived in that city, he changed the name of that, which simply means Al-Madinah, means the city. Cities have appeared in different places in the world before that, before him. In China, in the West, right? In Greece. The reason is that because the Prophet ﷺ, as the bringer of the new religion, the new way of life, basically, wants to found a new civilization, a new society, a new community, guided by, well, principles that were both ancient and new and modern. So in that sense of modern, for example, I claim that it is Islam who produced modernity in the authentic sense. Modernity, not the West. Yeah? And that is important for us. So concept of Madani means also the question of modernity, in which religion, knowledge, and change, economy, and so on, are confined within the framework of Tawhid. So the reason, said, this is the real city. I call it Al-Manna, the city of the Prophet, Nabi. The city of the Prophet, because the Prophet wants to show to the whole world that after me, if you want to invent cities, to create new cities, those cities will only be sustainable. Cities will only be truly good if you follow the model, the prophetic, the model of Madani, of Prophet Muhammad. And of course, later on, centuries later, Muslim thinkers like Farabi and so on started to articulate philosophically, intellectually, to the concept of Madani, kind of that civilized society. And of course, he produced also Ilmu Madani, and the science of civilization, which is related to political science. That's why now we have a new, why we rename the Department of Political Science as the Department of Political Science and Madani Studies. But I hope don't just be satisfied with the change of the name. Now we want the meat. Where's the meat? They say. Not just the plate, empty plate, but where's the meat? That's important. Yeah. So yes, I hope that soon, I mean, you have been doing already for the student. For example, it is very important to understand this concept of Madani, philosophy of Madani, but substantially it's about civilization. And then there is wide application, many applications when it comes to how to organize our society according to the Madani principle. That is we have to do it. Yeah. So far, I've not. I'm going to that later, inshallah. Yeah, to have a dialogue with you all. But simply this, at the moment, we have the idea of the Malaysia Madani. So since we are in Malaysia, yeah, this IIUM is in Malaysia, we have to know We have to know this, the 6 principles of the Malaysia Madani. But we need to understand that we can understand this at various levels. Yeah? The 6 principles of the Madani can only be understood if we understand the underlying values. And this is where I could say that Tawhidi epistemology is the foundation of the Madani principles. You cannot understand the 6 principles unless you understand the Tawhidi epistemology. Let's say the first principle of sustainability. What is the meaning of sustainability from the perspective of Tawhidi epistemology? We are an academic institution. We are not a government. All right? The Prime Minister, he, out of so many principles of the Madani, he chose 6 of them to concentrate in conformity with the specific needs of Malaysia as a multi-religious, as a multi-ethnic country. But the concept and philosophy of Madani is not equal to the Malaysia Madani. Malaysia Madani is the ingenuity of the Prime Minister to take knowledge from the old, from the treasury of knowledge in Islam, apply it to the Malaysian situation. If it can be the case, a Prime Minister of another Muslim country wants to choose another set of principles based on Madani, based on the conditions in his or her country. That is understand. You must understand. We university speaks more about Madani than the prime and the government. Yeah, but the government is talking about the right thing. I think that's important to understand.
Okay, I think it's very clear explanation by Dr. Rector just now, the relation between the TE and also the Madani. Okay, Dr. Irwan, just now you raise up your hand.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much to our Dato' Rector for the enlightening speech about the future direction that he is leading us. I just have 3 things that perhaps, if time permits, I would like to get 3 things. Firstly, with regard to this Tawhidic epistemology, you have also included collective consciousness. I believe perhaps you can enlighten us a little bit with regard to this concept. That's number 1. My second question, just a few years back, many of us, I believe almost all of us, were basically required to somehow revise our programs, which include basically the technical aspect of our program learning outcomes and our course learning outcomes, to make sure that not just they align with the MQF domains, but they should also be properly mapped and aligned with Sejahtera Academic Framework. But this morning, it seems that so far, perhaps there are a lot of, I think, new things with regard to Tawhidi epistemology. I'm not sure whether the elements, the concept, the principles of Tawhidi epistemology, they are similar, are they fully captured in the Sejahtera Academic Framework, such that we don't have to expect that we have to do additional work to realign and remap our programs and our courses to this Tawhidi epistemology, since if it is covered under SAF, if it is not, then should we then be expected to take up this, of course, noble but additional task to our already many responsibilities? So that's my second thing. And last thing, due to this, I think perhaps a very brilliant direction to bring the university, to strengthen back Tawhidi epistemology, would the university be thinking of providing specific research grant to spearhead or to motivate research to translate Tawhidi epistemology into more practical ways? So those are the 3 things from me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you very much, Dr. Irwan.
Okay, thank you. I thought something to do with the Senate. First of all, first question is about the first question is about the Yeah, first question about the Tawhidi epistemology. When you said you want to ask 3 questions, Mm. Oh, it's okay. Okay. About the collective consciousness. Tawhidi, of course, Tawhidi epistemology, first of all, has to start with the consciousness of the individual. That's what's important now at the level of everyone, individual, every one of us. We have to believe in, we have to accept, we have to, of course, we accept in rationally, based on sound argument, that so Tawhidi epistemology is, first of all, is about individual consciousness. And we are now addressing the consciousness of academics. We are academics. Or even if we're not academics, all right, at the level of the administrative, at the level of the administration, governance, has to be concerned in some way. But first of all, it has to be individual consciousness. But Islam is a collective religion, emphasizes collectivity like no any other religion. Yeah. So in other, how to balance between individuality and collectivity. So the uniqueness of Islam, because it is revealed, all right, is able to harmonize between these individual needs and collective needs. Take just for example, in the month of Ramadan, all right, we do the Salat Tarawih, Salat Tarawih. Now, yes, you can do individually, but the emphasis is on that collective thing. Yeah. What I'm saying here, if you compare the Western tradition has a problem of how to harmonize this issue of individualism, collectivism. That is to be seen in the level of society, in the level of economics, and so on. But thanks to the divine law, the Sharia that is revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, we are able to solve, we are able to address this problem of that. So, in the field of education, for example, all Muslim children are to learn this Tawhidi epistemology. So, in other words, now we are producing individuals who share a common knowledge or reality, common reality of society, and this Tawhidi epistemology. Yeah, the consciousness. So basically, I think your first question, why Tawhidi epistemology is something to do with collective consciousness. All right. The second one, you remember the second one? See, Tawhidi epistemology is the umbrella, we say, is the concept that is that deals with all other levels of consciousness and understanding. Yeah. In other words, there is a comprehensive Tawhidi epistemology that is able to unite our concern in all aspects of our life, including politics. All right. So, in other words, no matter what level of classification of things, whether we are to classify nations, whether to classify economic system or educational system, we have to talk about political system, all right? At your own level, just proceed. Yeah. In other words, Tawhidi epistemology is not something now you say that is seeks to replace what you have, whatever you have in your belief system. It is not. It is to provide a more, let's say something like this. Yeah, we are walking along the same path, looking the same path. Let's say we are walking in the same path at night, in darkness. Now, the path that we are walking, we are treading, is the same for everyone. Whether you are using now a torchlight or using a super torch, or you want to see a more powerful light, by all means. Certainly, the one who produced the greatest intensity of light, that super light, that will be, that the person will be in experiencing the greatest intensity. Yeah. So, Tawhid epistemology is about the idea of which torchlight is better, shines better, it illuminates better. That's all. I mean, regardless of your fields of specialization, political science, economics, anthropology, whatever. Yeah. So the guiding light, that is the best for us, is the Taoidic epistemology. So it doesn't prevent you now to go for concepts and also epistemologies, the smaller epistemologies in whatever field. I think basically, yeah.
I think maybe we can have an analogy. The torchlight, instead of using bulb, you use LED bulb to make it more brighter.
Yeah. Which one is brighter? Which one is brighter? That's all. Our claim is because Taoidic epistemology, the Taoidic epistemology is based on knowledge of God. Yeah. After all, Allah is Nurus Samawati wal Ard. Yeah. So that is the most brilliant light to guide us in the field of knowledge. Yeah. So if you say that, if you claim no, there are other brighter than Taoidic epistemology, then we can sit down, we can talk, we can discuss. Yeah. But I still believe, in other words, I have argument why it is the most bright, the brightest, the most illuminating, the most enlightened. Nothing can compete because it's based on Allah as the absolute and infinite light. Yeah. Go back to Allahun samawati wal ard.
So the third question from Irwan just now. Is there any research grant going to be provided to do research on this one?
Inshallah, research grant will come. Yeah. I'm trying to, don't worry. I'm working to my colleagues, because I don't have an Aladdin's lamp. I don't have a lamp of Aladdin that I can just rub and then, I dish out the money. But what is important is that I have plans. Yeah, we have plans. UMC has plans, and we, for example, for the new center for Islamophobia, counter Islamophobia, we have agreed to provide 1 million ringgit launching grant, and that is to be supplemented already to be, we have a matching grant. We are looking for matching grant. We have promises. So that of thing. Now the Institute for Future Studies, we have promises of the grant from the government of 10 million. All right. So in others, we are. Yeah. And I have not forgotten my promise to Department of Political Science and Madani Studies. I said, insyaAllah, ini bukan upah lah. It's not base. Yeah? In other words, it's not because the people there agree, suggestion to change the name now, and I must provide, some cash. No, I mean, but the point, insyaAllah, yeah, we do that. Yes, to your question, and our promise, of course, I've discussed with Professor Aslam and Puan Naima, the Executive Director for Finance, because we find that research money are scattered here and there, because how to centralize, that. This, of course, besides what the RMC is currently already having. Okay.
There is a good news to everybody on this one. Okay, I saw tadi Zul, Dr. Zul, kita bagi peluang dulu kepada online punya questions. Dato', there is one question from YouTube punya viewers.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe
Actually,
Dato'
there are two questions, but they're quite similar to Dr. Iwan's question just now. The first one is from Shamsuddin Abdullah. What is the analysis of the previous framework, i.e. SAF, that propels you to propose this framework of Ummatic excellence? Is it replacing or reorganizing SAF? And the second question comes from Muhammad Aizat bin Ali. He says, thank you, Dr. Irwan, for asking the alignment of SAF and Tawhidic epistemology. We would like to know how this impacts our current academic planning. So the first one is about replacing or reorganizing SAF, and the second is about impacting the current academic planning.
As I've explained also before, it's not so much the idea of replacing people. Yeah, it's not number one, number two, number three in my mind. I believe in the capacity, the ability of everyone. But what I can do is to provide encouragement, guidance. It is true that there may be movement in the sense of movement of individuals, so they not be in the same place. But it's the question of moving entirely, not giving responsibility to that people. That is not the case. Yes, I have made the decision to say to Professor Razak, I would like you now to vacate the deanship of Kuliah of Architecture and Environmental Design. All right. I want him to go to the OSIS, the Office of Strategy and Institutional Chair. So I discussed first with Dr. Faris, the previous director, before I made a decision. I didn't just move people without first discussing. But we have a plan. We have a larger plan for the whole university. Yeah? It is normal. It is normal in any organization that sometimes we move people, but when we move people, it is always with the view of greater good. The view of the greater good. The good for the person himself, for the person who needs, and the one who is replacing. Yeah? So that's it. So it happens that I would like, it's not that the field of architecture should monopolize all the important posts in university, but I mean, I've looked at, I'm quite new, okay, but I know Professor Raza, yeah. So I thought that since I would like to have a super outfit, an outfit that will do the chat, what I call this, the planning, the strategy. Yeah. We must have a strategic unit for the university that will look at the whole university, looking at the priorities and so on. That's what I'm doing. So yes, in terms of the, there will be changes, and certainly when it comes July, I think when the deputy, when the dean's post, when the deans will expire at the examination, I may consider some changes. But I'll be guided by certain principles. Yeah. So I thought those people have been too long or they will dean, so maybe we provide other responsibilities for that. Yeah. But I thought this is something normal. It's not. The other one is the other question. Yeah. Yes, there will be. That's why we organize workshops. Yeah. There is, first of all, I thought this concept of Tawhidic epistemology, first of all, needs to be understood by the Senate, the members of the Senate, because the Senate is the highest academic body. That's the authority. So the first group you have. And the second group, we have the professors, all the professors, yeah, in Gombak. And then the third one, I have all the professors in Kuantan, in the campus. Later on, I want to have with all the heads of departments, the directors, yeah, whether they are professors or not. Yeah. So, in other words, the concept of and the philosophy of Tauhid epistemology needs to be understood. Yeah. If you, whether you accept or reject it, there should be discussion, yeah? Understanding. Then, right now, because I have emphasized that, while the explanation of Tauhid epistemology is still going on, some departments, some kuliah they've already started trying to link that Tauhid epistemology to the actual curriculum that is being that is available, that is being employed, that is being used in their own kuliah, yeah, and even in Kuantan. So in Kuantan, they organize a one-day conference, international conference, because they also invite experts from outside the country, linking Islam and bioscience. Yeah, precisely, that is precisely basically connecting Tauhid epistemology to all the disciplines in those. So I only hope that the other kuliah will follow. But I do understand. I accept the problem. How can you do that? How you can do that if you don't understand first the concept of Tauhid epistemology? So this is an ongoing thing. There is no compelling people to do it. No. I don't believe in the compulsion when it comes to intellectual matters. This must be based on understanding. Yeah? With regard to impact, how it's going to be to affect the curriculum, definitely that's going to happen. Yeah, you can say, and this is an ongoing thing. Yeah, Tauhidization of our knowledge culture, of our curriculum will happen gradually, inshallah. So basically, we are traveling around the park. So we will move forward, we will walk, we will run. But even when we run at the speed and in the direction which has prepared to. The right speed, the right direction. Running in the right direction and at the right speed. We don't want to impose unnecessary burden. So I want to say now, here I want to take advantage of the situation. We are going into the ranking system. I don't know whether you like it or don't like it, but the instruction now, the decision made in the Board of Governance that IIUM is going into the ranking game, but according to our own way, yeah. We are not in a rush, but since ranking has been cited as the reason why many people in the Gulf country, in Saudi Arabia, in Turkey, and so on, they do not want to come to study in IIUM because we are not ranked. So we do not want not ranking being used as an excuse not to come. Yeah, we want our students. Okay, we'll do it. But I will not do the way in some universities because the craze for ranking has made the lives of many academic members, administrators, university miserable. No, I will not do that. We will do it in a way. I've already discussed with Professor Zaraza. We are going to impose burden. Let us, yeah, inshallah. But without imposing burden, inshallah, we will still be.
Inshallah. Is it like a breaking news, an announcement to everybody? Or maybe it could going to create another questions after this. But before that, I want to invite Dr. Zul. You have questions? But it's a very interesting announcement being done by our Dato' Rector just now. So before Dr. Zul puts questions, just for members' information, In terms of academics impact, definitely in our strategic planning that we are going to launch later, we have been trust number one, that is actually TE in our academic program. Okay, that we need to do some review on it. Okay, and also we also talking about our talent development for our student and our staff. So, Dr. Zul.
Thank you, Prof. Raza. Dato', thank you very much. Very highlighted and informative information. I'm from in Had now, halal. So I would like to get your advice, perhaps some ways where we can expand halal, concept of halal in relation to TE. Because as I know, halal also, there also such thing as toiban, halal toiban. So perhaps you can just highlight a few things.
Thank you very much. Yes, in fact, is it okay? In heart has a very important role, important contribution to make. I only understand that you are sought after by many people, and we in the university, in the management, do talk about you and your institute, and we do have some views. For example, first of all, talking about Tawhidi epistemology. Tawhidi epistemology is very much needed when we talk about relationships, issues of interrelatedness, issues of interdisciplinary, transdisciplinary. When you want to talk about relationships among so many branches of knowledge, all right, then in heart comes as a good example. First of all, about in terms of that institute, about the organization of knowledge and specialization in that institute. Although your core concern is with the concept of halal. But as you mentioned, the word tayyiban, yeah. So halal is simply the question of what is permissible and not permissible. All right. The question of now dealing with permissibility at the level of a certain level. All right. I could say that we deal with the lowest level, because when talk about halal, all right, but something different from the concept of wholesomeness, tayyiban. Yeah. That's more inclusive than the concept of halal. So the idea of what is permissible in the sight of law may not be necessarily the best. Yeah, we have to understand the concept of permissibility. What is halal in Islam? What is halal in Islam? All right. So in others, sometimes you have sometimes the law has to decide the question to choose between the lesser evil, for example, the lesser of two evil. You know, the law has to deal with the concept. But when we talk about tayyiban, no, something is absolute good. It's something that's good, no matter what condition. So therefore, our research, our application, and so on now should be different. So in other words, we have to explain, and that is where you bring in all the various disciplines to help to the issue of tayyiban. So the science of it, the chemistry of it, all right? And now when we look at the concept of civilization, the question now in hand is having a subject matter that involves many different disciplines. And it is very important for the staff, for the academic in that institute to interact with each other. Now, we do not want a situation where your institute recruit graduates from, say, the Islamic studies, from religious studies, all right, who know nothing about any other about science and so on. Then you have those recruited from the science stream, know nothing about the religious aspect. And then you just coexist side by side in the institute without interaction intellectually. That cannot be. That will be against the spirit of Tawhid epistemology. The idea that now we learn from each other. Those who have been trained in the in fact and in jurisprudence now have to understand what scientists have got to say about a certain issue. So it is ongoing intellectual interaction between people of different disciplines under the umbrella of NHAB. That is my response, Prof. In others, we look really forward, and we do expect a lot from the institute as far as Tawhidi epistemology is concerned.
Thank you. I think we got another 2-3 minutes, Dato'. Maybe last questions. Just now, all from male. Any females? Oh, Dr. Aslina.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, Prof. Dato'. Direction. Can you hear? All right. Okay. Just now you were sharing with us the vision and mission of the Ummatic University. I need more clarifications from you since I'm now confused with the vision and mission that we're upholding now with the new one that you are introducing. Thank you.
There is no contradiction between the old one, if you can say the old one, but and the new one. But then to use the old one that doesn't really strike, because I have not said goodbye to what you call the old thing. Yeah. What is the old vision? Islamization, integration, internationalization, comprehensive excellence. No, I have not. To me, they are valid. They remain valid. But I want to provide a broader. Yeah. So I want to provide the address, intellectual dress that can accommodate different sizes, whatever your size is. Yeah? Tawhid epistemology fits all. It fits all. Yeah? In other words, the Tawhid epistemology comprehends, is greater than Islamization, integration, and this community excellence. Yeah, Ummatic excellence. So that I use the word Ummatic excellence, but that Ummatic excellence means if it's the same as comprehensive excellence, if you understand that meaning of comprehensive excellence. Yeah, but I want to use the word which brings us closer to our own Islamic autonomous spirit. This is Ummatic. Instead of using comprehensive, Ummatic excellence is comprehensive. It is very, very comprehensive because nothing is more comprehensive than the Ummatic excellence when it comes to society. Yeah. Islamization, as understood by many people, is simply quoting verses from the Quran to show that such and such scientific discovery, for example, is already mentioned in the Quran. Yeah. It is not wrong. It is not wrong. But in my view, we have to go beyond that. We cannot go on forever just to do at that level of scholarship. Yeah. After all, it could happen that what is discovered by science today could be disproved later on. Then we are playing that game, yeah. Because Each Quranic verse deals with more than what science discovers. Yeah? You cannot say that a particular verse of the Quran is what science is saying. Yes, it may include what science is saying, but it may not be the same. Yeah? So if we start from the broad principle of the Tawheed, which I said, then this is where Tawheed epistemology can become the critic and judge of other claims, or truth claims, including claims by science. So we should not succumb to science. We should not put science higher than revelation. That is, what I know, basically what I'm going to. Yeah. So when you say Tawheedization, yeah, Islamization is not contrary to Tawheedization. Tawheedization is not considered that. But Tawheedization is to go deeper than Islamization, which deals mainly normally with the Sharia, with the halal and haram. Yes, that's a very important part, but that's not everything. So, in other words, by using the concept of Tawhidi epistemology, we basically include our previous, or it's called old, perspective. Yeah. So those who still want to do to go along with that, fine. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, a scholar in the department of Al-Quran, in the department and Hadith, for example, should go beyond that. What in Indonesia they call it ayatization. Ayatization. Ayatization means looking for one-to-one correspondence between ayat in the Quran and some knowledge. But how can we allow? We should not allow ourselves just to become certifiers? Yeah, there are some people who certify, like Jakim certifies as halal. Yeah, we do not want our scholars to certify that Western scientists discovered something about intelligence. But as I said, could be disproved later on. I see what I'm trying to see. Yeah, you cannot just be certifiers of what non-Muslims discover in various fields. Otherwise, we will never become the leaders. We become followers. We become followers. When it comes to leaders, we must go beyond, to the heart of the Quran. Go to the heart of the Quran. The whole Quran, not just certain verses. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato'. This is a very interesting topic, actually. Okay, even I'm from architecture background, so it's actually very difficult, but I'm catching up. Okay, maybe this is going to be a continuous discussion, especially on the TE, especially on the way forward. Inshallah, for members' informations, because of the time is very limited today. Okay, maybe we are going to arrange Dato' visit to the kuliah and to have a further, deliberation and discussion in specific with the kuliah. Okay.
I would like to assure you all that I said this is ongoing thing. It's ongoing thing. There's so many aspects. I don't have the answers on that, but many of you study the Quran, study the Hadith. You are in your own disciplines. You are the leaders in your disciplines. What I'm doing, I'm just encouraging you all. Let us together sit down, discuss. You may have questions. I'll respond. But I may have questions. I am learning even from the questions I'm getting. That's why I say we are moving forward. Yeah? 3 months ago, when we have the first Al-Liqa Al Jamaie, we have different level of consciousness. But now I see that in the university we are moving forward. Yeah. When I go to different kuliah, there's a new excitement, intellectual excitement. So I hope with your support, inshallah, we will move forward.
Inshallah, Dato'. So thank you very much to Dato' Rector, and also thank you very much to all the attendants for this Al-Liqa today, and thank you very much also for the one that is actually posing questions either online or actually here in physical. So as Dato' mentioned, it's actually a continuous discussion on this one, And we hope that at the end of the day, everybody be able to understand what is actually the principle behind this Tawhidic epistemology. As I myself, okay, when I started to become IIUM lecturers in 1998, it's also the same thing, to understand, okay, what this Islamization is all about. And now I think my understanding is become broader because of this Tawhidic epistemology concept that we are going to apply in our university. So I don't want to prolong because it's already more than the time was given to us. I give it back to Sister Azura for the, thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Alhamdulillah, we have come to the end of the town hall session. I humbly invite Prof. Raza to accompany the Honorable Rector back to their seats. Following this, we seek blessings for our continued success. I invite Datuk Hamidon Abdul Hamid, Director of Centris, to recite the closing dua. Datuk, maybe it's better for you to stand here.
Yeah, I have to stay there. Thank you, Sister Azura. Brothers and sisters, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we're together now, but I know there are a lot of things in our heart. So let's pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that perhaps we get peace in our spirit and our mind. Al-Fatiha. Alhamdulillah. Amin. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala man wala. Allahumma anta rabbuna la ilaha illa anta khalaqtana wa nahnu ibaduka wa ala ahdika wa wa'dika mastata'na na'udzubika min syarri ma sana'na nabu'u laka bi ni'matika alaina wa nabu'u bi dzunubina faghfir lana fa innahu la yaghfiru dzunuba illa ant la ilaha illa anta subhanak inna kunna minaz zalimin. Allahumma innaka afuun tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anna wa an walidina wa an jami' asatizatina wa masyayikhina wal muslimina wal muslimat al ahya'i minhum wal amwat bi rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Almighty Allah, most gracious, most merciful, of power omnipotent, of bounty infinite, of mercy ever to the fore, Almighty Allah, the one and only Lord, and none others, to whom we seek strength, help, and assistance, to whom we present our needs and our deeds, however weak they may be. For our Lord, it's only your pleasure and acceptance that we seek for our success here and in the hereafter. Almighty Allah, Lord over all things, most able, do reward our rector, our elder, for the beneficial address given and the gargantuan task done with the best of rewards. Shower him with the blessings of tawfiq and health, with a spirit invincible, devoid of fatigue and despair. For it is ever that, it should be ever be in your divine embrace. O Allah, in all humbleness, we beseech for you to grace our university in this life and in the hereafter. Almighty Allah, grace this university with your divine guidance and divine strength, that it may be the lighthouse of enlightenment and peace in the dark tempestuous seas of ignorance and transgressions against you, O Allah. O Allah, bless this blessed month of Ramadan, all of us here and in the cyberspace, with your divine acceptance of our siyam and qiyam, fasting and night vigils, of our salat, prayer, of our ruku', bowing, of our sujood, prostration, and all our supplications. Only unto you we present our needs. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah, wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar, wa qina adhaban nar, wa qina adhaban nar, wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, wa akhir da'wana anil hamdulillah rabbil alamin. Taqabbalallahu minkum.
Alhamdulillah, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the concluding part of our gathering this morning. To mark the spirit of our beloved university, let us now rise and sing the IIUM anthem, Leading the Way.
Let's lead the way, lighten the future, share the wisdom to the spirit of Islam. Revelation and reason, we shall excel, we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we the Khalifa, we will fulfill the amanah. Together, we make the world a better place. Forever, expand the culture of Iqra. IIUM is to realize the meaning of Ramadhan Al-Alamin. Together, we make the world a better place. Forever, expand the culture of Iqra. IIUM is to realize the meaning of mercy to all worlds, for all mankind.
Alhamdulillah, with that, we conclude today's Al-Liqa Al Jamaie. We sincerely thank all of you for your participation and commitment to the vision of IIUM. May Allah bless our efforts and grant us the strength to continue striving for Ummatic excellence. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And ladies and gentlemen, before you leave, you are all invited to join World Quran Hour at the Sultan Haji Ahmad Shah Mosque on the 25th of March. Everyone is cordially invited. Thank you.